Hi everyone. Today we'll be having another example on compaction. So the reference is again the fundamentals of geotechnical engineering. In this example, a laboratory test result is given from a standard Proctor test, and we're asked to determine the maximum dry unit weight and the optimum moisture content. For this test, the volume of the Proctor mold is given to be 943.3 cubic centimeter. And we have different values of moisture content. We have like 6 different moisture content, and with this moisture content, the mass of wet soil in the mold is recorded to be 1.76, 1.86, 1.92, 1.95, 1.93, and 1.9 kilograms. So in order for us to determine the maximum dry unit weight and the optimum moisture content, we have to draw the compaction curve. The compaction curve will be drawn here in the graph below, which will show the relationship of the moisture content and the dry unit weight for each trial. But the dry unit weight should be for our graph, the dry unit weight should be in kilonewton per cubic meter. And the given data is the mass of wet soil in kilograms. The volume is given, and so we can compute for the unit weight. We need to solve for the moist unit weight first, and then calculate the dry unit weight for each values of moisture content. So I have prepared another table here for us to calculate the wet unit weight of, or the moist unit weight of soil. So to do that, let us convert first the mass of wet soil into the weight of wet soil. Let us write this is in kilogram, so we need the weight. So let's have it in Newton. Then after solving for the weight, we can calculate now the moist unit weight using our formula. And that is our gamma. And the unit here should be in kilonewton per cubic meter. After calculating the moist unit weight, since we have the moisture content, we can get the dry unit weight. Or this is our gamma D. Also in kilonewton per cubic meter. So to solve for the wet unit weight, for the weight of wet soil, we simply multiply the mass, which is in kilogram, by 9.81. So in doing this calculation, let us have one trial. Say W is equal to 1.76. We have the first trial multiplied by 9.81, and this will give us 17.27. So this is 17.27. This is for the first trial. And if we will do the same process for all, the mass of wet soil will be getting the following values: 18.25, 18.84, 19.13, 18.93, and 18.64. Notice that the weight is increasing at first: 17, 18.25, 18.34, 19.3. But after some time, the weight decreases: 18.93 and 18.64. That's actually how we do it in the laboratory. Uh, we allow the increase of moisture content while the mass of wet soil in the mold is increasing. But after the time that it decreases, we'll have like 2 trials for decreasing weight, and then we will stop the test. Because with this data, we can now draw the compaction curve. Then, since we already have the weight of wet soil, we can now calculate for the moist unit weight, and we have a formula for calculating the unit weight that is simply equal to the weight over the volume. And if we'll get like one sample, you have the weight here of, this is 17.27, but this is in Newton. To make it in kilonewton, because we want it in kilonewton, we have to multiply that by, or divide it by 1000, divided by the volume. The volume is 943.3. This is in centimeter cube. If we want this to convert to um, cubic meter, we have to multiply this by times 10 to the negative 6, or 10 to the negative 6 to make it in cubic meter. So with this calculation, we can get a value of the moist unit weight of 18.3. This is in kilonewton per cubic meter. So here we have 18.3 cubic meter. And if we do the same process for all the trials, we'll get like 19.3 here, 20.0, 20.3, then it becomes 20.1, and then 19.8. So we'll just do the same process. To get the value of the dry unit weight, we have a relation that is gamma dry is equal to the moist unit weight divided by 1 plus W. And let's have the first trials again. We have gamma D equals 18.3 divided by 1 plus, our unit weight is 12. This has to be divided by 100 because this is in percentage, and we can get the dry unit weight, which is equal to 16.34 kilonewton per cubic meter. So this becomes 16.34, and the next trial is 16.93 after doing the same process. 17.24 here, We have 17.2, we have 16.5, and 16.23. Now, since we already have the values of the dry unit weight and the moisture content here and here, then we can just simply plot these data points here in our graph so that we can draw the compaction curve and subsequently determine the maximum dry unit weight and the optimum moisture content. So for the first trial, we have a moisture content of 12 and a dry unit weight of 16.34. So let us say this is our 12 and 16.3, this is 16.5, 16.25. So let us say this is our first data point. Then the next moisture content is 14 and we have a dry unit weight of 16.93. So this is 14 and 16.9 is here, which is very close to, still close. Let's make it closer. There you go. So this is our second data point. Then our third data point is 16 and 17.24. This is our 16. 17.24. So this is 17.25. So very close to 25, of course. And here's our third data point. Then we have a moisture content of 18 and a dry unit weight of 7.2. So since this is 7.2, that means the dry unit weight already decreases, start decreasing. So this is 25, 24, and we have 20. So that's just very close here. I say this is our fourth data point, and we have the fifth one, which has a moisture content of 20 and a dry unit weight of 16.5. There you go. We have 16.5. Here's our 16.5. And here is our fifth data point. Then we have 22 and 16.23. We have 22 and 16.23. Let's say it's here. And here's our fourth data point. Then the next thing to do is to draw a regression curve. Although it's quite difficult to do it here, but let us try. Okay. Now what do we do is to get the highest point here, which is just above this point, the previous one, and extend this to our X and Y axis to get here, this point would be our maximum dry unit weight, and here would be our optimum moisture content. All right, so this is approximately equal to 17.25 kilonewton per cubic meter, and this is like approximately equal to, it is not drawn to scale, but it will give us 16.3%. Okay, so this is our final answer. Thank you.